Hello everybody, Defense here, and welcome back to Minecraft. Today, I don't actually know what the title's gonna be, but we're starting something a little different, and something I've honestly been wanting to do for a while, but I've always had it on the burner, and I don't really have anything Minecraft going on right now, so I thought this would be something fun to do. We are pretty much just gonna play Immersive Engineering. I do have a couple other mods along with it. Journey maps, JEI, just enough items, which is this bit over here. Shows us all the items we have access to. And I think there might be the 6 total mods. I will have them listed down below. But I've always wanted to do this. And Immersive Engineering was one of my favorite mods for a really, really long time. So I thought, hey, let's hop into it. Things have changed since I last really played Immersive Engineering. So there's going to be some stuff I'll need to learn. Which is pretty straightforward. You know, you're never going to know everything right off the bat. But Immersive Engineering is a fun one. Oh, sweet. Village. Yes. But yeah. Sorry. Been a while since I've done recording. It's a little off. But we're going to continue on with this. We're going to raid this village. We're going to get ourselves some tools, some wood. And if we get a saddle, maybe even a horse. Hopefully there's a saddle in here. I don't know if you get saddles from villages. I don't think so, though. But we are in 1.18.2. We're playing on the most recent version of Immersive Engineering. So if there is anything going on with it, well, like, if there's stuff that you guys, know, it's going to be in here. Oh, auto jump is on. Hold on. No, we don't need that. Sorry. So yeah, if you guys have any ideas or anything, we are playing on the latest version, so let me know what you think, and if you have any ideas as we're going forward. But we're going to continue to raid this village. Okay, I was getting worried I didn't see any villagers, but we're going to continue raiding this place. Grab ourselves a couple of maps. But I don't really have a plan on what we're going to be doing with this today, which is nice. Normally I come in with a fully fleshed out plan. I already know what I'm going to do. We're going to, do all this crazy stuff, and I have a base. But no, we're coming in blind today, which is exciting for me. As I said, it's normally I scout a world, have a plan, and yeah, I didn't feel like doing that today. So I am going to finish raiding this village. It seems large enough where it's going to take me a little bit of time. I'm going to gather everything I can, and then we are going to head off into wherever we head off to. So our traveling has been going good. We've left... Oops, yeah. First time opening the map. Okay. So we spawned over here, came on up, and I decided, obviously, I didn't want to be in water. So I've just been following this, and I've been looking for surface lava, because I want to try and get into the nether real quick. Just because there's a couple of items that I know I need for Immersive Engineering that are in there. But we just came over this mountain here, as I was coming to the lava, and saw this building off in the distance, which is very important to this mod. So, as many of you know, if you do play modded Minecraft, there are specialty buildings with certain mods. And this one has one. It's the Immersive Engineering hut, house, shack, engineers, something. I don't remember what they call it, but it does have one. And this should be one, if I am remembering correctly. It's that, or it's just a fancy looking house that... Nope, it is. Sweet. These are why I want them. Wooden storage crates. These are pretty much sugar boxes. I can just put a bunch of stuff in here. Let's do this properly. And then break the box and carry it with me. These are very good to find, even if you're not playing this mod specifically. Oh, and they actually have a villager. I didn't actually know they had a specific villager. That is very helpful. So we can sell copper wire for emeralds, and we also pay emeralds for engineer wire cutters. So that's actually pretty good. What do we got? We have a blueprint, specialized projectiles, tough fabric, which we're going to need some later, but I'm not too worried about it now. But just like with most things, you can't put these inside each other, which is completely understandable. I don't know if I can take this. I can. Sweet. Sorry, bud. I'm taking your workstation. Does that make you not? Okay, so this is one of the smaller houses. I've never actually seen this one, so this one might actually be new. And I kind of like it. There's the one that I've seen normally is 2 floors and it has like a balcony out the front. That's why I was like a maybe when I came up to this initially. But there's a lot going on in here, and I am actually going to snag this one because we didn't have that at the other location. Nope. And I think we're going to end up just doing a small starter house nearby. I might actually just take over like one of these because that's always useful. I don't have to build anything that way, but building is, you know, kind of fun in this game. But I don't think there's much else. Actually, there's one other spot we have to go in this village. The rest is just kind of like we should go there. But there is over here, a smithy. So let's head on over here real quick. Actually, I want to snag the block out of here as well. Hello. Sorry, bud. I'm tearing your house apart and taking your station. It's a very useful block. But let's see if we've got anything over in here. Oh, sweet. Yo, alright, we're good. Because I already found a leather tunic in the last place, but we've got some of this. Let's actually put that away, because I don't need those. And that. So, we've got a spare pair of boots, we've got 4 iron, and I think I put... Oh, yes, we can see what's in here. And there's 1 piece of iron in there. So, we have 5 more iron, which is very good for us. Actually, I don't want to make these, so let's take them. One of those... So, 3 of the iron is going to be used for a bucket. And I'm gonna need that. I actually need 2 buckets, so we might have to go find some more iron, but I'm not in a rush for that right now. Let's head back over here. Where was it? Over here. Alright. And I was hoping for a library, but I didn't see one. I want to make up a quick book. And the book we're gonna make is the Engineer's Guide, I think, is what they call it in here. And that'll help us out a lot, because that pretty much tells you everything you need to know about the mod. And it just requires, definitely not, well, a little bit of wood, a little bit of cobble, I think. I'm trying to remember how to make certain items. You think I'd remember this stuff with the amount of Minecraft I've played, but let's pop this guy. We're going to put this down. I'm going to do a fire tick turned off because this would just be a field of fire right now if I didn't. Boom, boom. Alright, I'm going to need paper. I'm gonna need, actually, I didn't need to chop that stuff down. Sticks. And this. Alright, so let's make us a quick book. There we go. Gotta make it correctly. And then, what's it, one of these? There we go. Boom, boom. And that makes us the Engineer's Manual. That was close. And this pretty much walks you through everything in the mod. It's great that mods have this. I love it. But yeah, there's specialty ores. So we have bauxite, we have lead, silver, nickel, uranium. And obviously, everything gets used into something. So, oh, actually, this one didn't have one. Some of the houses will have a plaque outside above the door with a hammer on it. The one that I normally see does. So we're going to have to figure that out. But I think I'm going to do a little bit of the, you know, the standard Minecraft stuff right here. I'm going to do some resource gathering. I'm going to collect up some animals, kind of get everyone together, start up a little farm, and bring you guys back once we're ready to dive deeper into the mod here and kind of get started for the day. A little bit of time and a little bit of grinding have passed and been done. We have a nice little garden going here. We're doing this mainly for the industrial hemp, but also some wheat. The hemp seeds as well, the seeds in general as well, because we do need seeds for later process. I did just die. I forgot I had the world opened up in a LAN because we had a technical issue that I needed to fix. And I decided, hey, we'll open up a LAN. And then I forgot about it. And paused, walked away, and died. We're not going to talk about that anymore. But I do have some animals here. Chickens, cows, sheep are free roaming. I don't really have a need for the sheep right now. So I'm not collecting any. I'm also not killing any. We do have a little bit of stuff. I did a very little bit of a run on resources. Nothing too crazy. We're still just eating the bread that we found at the villages. But I did gather up some stuff and built us the engineer's crafting table. The main difference between the original table and this table, one, just like in Tinker's, if you ever played Tinker's, this holds the ingredients here, but you can also store ingredients down here. And I've never actually used this table before, so we're gonna have to play around with that and figure it out. But I gathered up the ingredients for coke brick, which is required to make a coke oven. And let's grab our book. Where'd I put our book? There we go. New book has been made. And what we were doing was in here furnaces. So you have a coke oven. And it pretty much rolls through here. Coke oven is the first important machine you will need to create in order to proceed with immersive engineering. So this requires this, and it tells you what it makes. So more importantly, this process creates creosote oil, which is used as a preservative for wood. Similarly, you can also burn wooden logs into charcoal with this oven, albeit with a smaller yield of creosote. And this is one of the other things I like too. It's not as useful with the early game machines, but with the late game machines, it is very, very important. It does a little video tutorial on how the thing is built, and you can pause, change layers, go all the way to the complete, and so on and so forth. And it's very helpful, but it tells you right here to form a coke oven, arrange 27 of these blocks in a 3x3x3 cube, and right-click one of the sides with the engineer's hammer, which we'll make up in just a moment. Let's go 3, 6, 9, so that's one floor, 3, 6, 9, that's another floor, and 3, 6, 9, that's another floor. This early game requires, honestly, a large amount of clay and sand, because there's, I think, another version of this oven, I think it's the next step up, that requires, like, a good amount of bricks as well. So we're gonna have to play around with that in the future, but for now we're just gonna kind of keep some stuff there, and we'll kind of keep working through stuff. So that's our coke bricks stack, and now I need a hammer, and I don't remember how to make the hammer. I should just search for it. There we go. Hammer. It's 2 iron. Oh, I don't think I have any string. Oh, that might be an issue. Can I make... Oh, yeah, I can. Okay, industrial hemp. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. I've got all the hemp I need to build this. Let's see... Iron. Where are you at? Boom. Oh, because I gotta make this first. There we go. Hammer. Alright, now we take our tool. So this is pretty much like the tool. This and the pliers are like the tool that you use here. And now we've got this, and I did put aside a stack of coal. And boom. It takes a while. This burns rather slowly, but we can use any type of wood or log, coal blocks, and standard coal, and it shows you right here. This is obviously 500 MBs, 5,000 MBs, and 250 MBs. So if I have a ton of coal, like a ton of wood sitting around, I could throw that into here. I don't, so we're just not going to worry about that right now. But that's what's going to be output, and it does take a while. It does seem like it's faster than it used to be, which is very good. But once that runs a bit, we'll be able to play around with that. But while it's going, let's take care of a couple other things. I want to make a pair of the pliers. Engineer's wire cutters. So I need 2 sticks. Assuming it can be any type. There we go. And this is used to turn sheet metal into... I think it's sheet metal into that. Let's double check. I did get a little bit of bauxite ore, which when you cook up turns into aluminum. There we go. So this makes copper wire, and each of these do have a usable durability when you use them for crafting. If you use this on these, it does not use durability. Alright, there we go. So we've got 500 millibuckets, microbuckets. I can never remember what it is. But I think that's half a bucket for one piece of coal. And that also creates coal coke, which is used to make a block of coal coke, which is used for the next furnace down the line, and the crude blast furnace and the improved blast furnace. So those are both furnaces that we can look at real quick. So the crude blast furnace is the first one we can build, and that one also requires bricks, but this one is why we need to go to the nether. The crude blast furnace is used to increase the carbon contents in iron, turning it into steel. So you use the coal coke and iron in this to create steel. And then we can also do the improved blast furnace, which requires steel plates. So each machine is required to make the future stuff, because this will create a block that is pretty much the blast brick, which we used before, but it's reinforced with the steel. And that pretty much makes a cool fancy thing right here. With inputs and outputs, this is when you can really start automating it really well, which is really good there. Ooh, let's get some sleep. But the creosote is used to make the treated wood, which we've already looked at a little bit. Where is it? So these are made out of the treated wood. This required treated wood. I actually just went over to the house over there and tore some of the window, some of the roof out. But pretty much anything that's used to make wood in this pack, or requires wood to be made, uses treated wood. So we have slabs, blocks, sticks, and there's a couple varieties on this as well. So that's going to be all there. And there we go. We got our first bucket of creosote. I don't really have a use for it right now, so we will just let it build up. And I need to see what we're going to be able to do next and kind of go from there. I was planning on like nether rushing to get the crude blast furnace going, which we might today. It would be very helpful, because if we can get steel up and going, that'd be very good, and it'd move us towards a little bit better automation. But I'm also gonna need iron for that, so we'll kind of look at things and kind of go from there. But as I may have said, and I don't remember if I did, this is just a temporary start area, and I want to find an area for our future base. We do have a base idea area over there, which we might use. So I'm going to play around, do a little bit more work, get a bit more of the coal coke going, and collect up some more of the stuff we're going to need to continue on with the pack. And we're back again. Fire. Okay, so we're going to start. Sorry, I thought stuff was on fire, even though fire spread is off. But yeah, off camera, we just threw together a quick little iron farm here. So there's 3 villagers and a zombie down over there. The villagers are here, the zombies are there. This is a really quick setup. Who did it? It was done, the tutorial is done by Voltrox, but it's somebody else's design. Oh, Mine the Fab. I will put the link down below in the description if you guys want to build this up. It's quick, it's simple, it's easy. The only downside is you have to make sure that, you know, out to a certain point, they can't spawn even on an edge, because they will just spawn on like one of these ledges, like half in it, and then just kind of like walk themselves out. So that's something you'll have to look out for. But I now have iron production pretty much on its own now. We don't have to do anything crazy. We're up to 2 and a bit stacks. And you have to make sure this area is filled in too, because they'll just spawn in here as well. So just remember that for if you guys build this design. But as I said, I will link it down below. And the other thing we did, or one of the other things we did, is I set up a little hemp farm over there just for hemp. Converted this into just wheat and potatoes. And the other thing was collected up everything to make a blast brick. 1 floor, 2 floor, 3 floor. And we're just going to put this guy together, because why not? And I think I'm going to put it... Do I have a little bit more dirt? I want to put it near this, but not directly next to it. I do have a little bit of dirt. Sweet. Alright, so let's put it right here. And it's the same build... Ooh, actually, no, we want to go back one more. I ran out of pickaxe and just haven't built a new one. Boo! But yeah, the upside is I now have plenty of iron to use to build things. So I've been creating iron tools where needed. I definitely didn't need 3 sticks for that. Why I did that, I have no idea. But we're going to be able to build this now, which will be good. I'm just going to leave the one spot in the front open, because that is going to be for the one we kind of left down here. Boom, boom. Put this one in, and boom. This one I think we can do an input and an output on this one. I can't remember. I could be wrong though, but we're gonna take our almost full stack of coal coke and throw that in here. And then let's actually go grab a bit of the iron from over here. I am eventually gonna put in some form of like stairs. I just haven't yet and don't really see a current need to, because I don't go down there too often. But this will now start making iron and slag. So I can, sorry, steel and slag. I could do whole blocks. So I think it's the same amount of time. Yeah. So no matter what, it'll take the same amount of time. I'm just going to leave it like that. That way I can grab bits of steel as needed. This is going to hopefully continue making. There we go. For whatever reason, it's shut off. I had that issue the last time I used a pack that had this mod. Every once in a while, it'll just stop producing. And I have no idea why. But it is going good. So now we're on to steel production, which is honestly way faster than I normally get steel production done in any form of using this pack, which has been very nice. We've got that, we've got that. I think I've only been playing 3 hours, maybe? Messing around with some stuff, adventuring, gathering, so on and so forth. Moving villagers from the village all the way over to here. We did go into the nether. That's how we got the magma block and the nether brick. Nothing's changed in there. The mod doesn't affect the nether at all, so I didn't bring you guys along. But we did the no diamond method, where you just dump water so that it flows down across the front, and then you just put in the lava in the slots that are required, and then you light it. And it works. I like it. It's quick, it's simple, it's early game if you haven't gone down and mined up your diamonds yet, which I haven't. I created a mine, got down to where deep slate starts, and didn't go back down after that. But yeah, we've got a good amount of materials going, and I think we're at a pretty good spot to kind of wrap up for the day. I think we went over a few of the basics. The coke oven, the first version of the blast furnace, and then we also honestly talked about a couple of these things over here. I don't know anything about this. This I'm gonna have to look into myself. I know this is how you make blueprints, if I remember correctly, but I genuinely have no idea. So we're gonna have to look into that. The book doesn't tell you a whole ton, at least the section I've read so far. So we'll have to look into that. But ooh, slag recycling. I don't know anything about that. And a normal furnace, rather than crushing it, it becomes slag glass. A hard. Okay, so I've always just ended up throwing away my slag. There is actually a use for it. But we all just learned something new, along with myself, which I'm very happy about. I really like doing these kinds of things so that we can learn new stuff. But as I was about to say, this is probably where we're going to wrap it up for today. What I am going to ask is I need you all to let me know down below if this is something you want to be, want to see more of, if this is something you're interested in. Normally, I will continue to record another episode almost immediately after this, but I'm not going to do that today. I am going to put out this episode, and based on your feedback, we're going to decide if we're going to continue. So please do leave me a comment down below to let me know what you think of this series, if it's something you want to see more of in the future. I'm thinking probably 10 or 15 episodes, because this doesn't actually have a set end point. But I think I could do about a 10 or a 15 episode series on it that'll show you all of what's kind of going on in the pack. And then maybe move on to another series if that is something people are interested in. So, again, let me know down below what you all think. And as always, I want to thank you for stopping in. I hope you did enjoy, and I hope you have a nice night, day, morning, evening, or whatever it is, or wherever you are. That's my defense. I hope to see you again soon. Peace!